The garbage men dropped Tommy off at home. I am Melton, son of a carpenter, married, dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers, mom Mary Ann. I am the son of a carpenter, I get to tell parables. And this is my Tommy parable series about Tommy, the no-armed Chinese fella. I'm going to tell you right off, it's kind of like a cartoon. It's just for fun stuff. Don't write me letters about that cat eating. If you do, make a video of the letter first because it's going to be stolen. For real, been asking for 93 checks, 9/11 Flight 93 checks of America's Lifelines for a decade now. I have yet to get one. That's you trying to call me, saying hello, this is a 93 check. Haven't gotten one of them. I'll say anything. Any comment about any of my imagery or videos, any of my attention getting stuff, my off the wall stuff, my fire and brimstone stuff. I don't get any comments by phone, mail, or internet. Any comments I do get on the internet, few and far between, and don't make sense. But when you try to call me, you got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. And those hijacking your call to me are worried enough about it to alter phone records covered up. Yeah, that's my number there, 424-229-4140. Get video proof of that. That's your family's lifeline. I guarantee you, if your phone's not allowed to work because of political, religious, business censorship, personal censorship, whatever kind of censorship, they're sending a message, and your phone's not allowed to work. And remember, seconds can count. It's not always about complete censorship of you trying to call me, for example. But if those hijacking your call when you need a fireman, police, and paramedics, when they do that, if they do that, it's going to be just as newsworthy, I think you can guess, as me asking for a 93 check for a decade now and not getting one. No certified mail, no non-certified mail, no FedEx, no UPS. Make a video of that mail before you send it. It takes just 5 minutes to make that video of your hijack call to me. 424-229-4140. Do that right now. Whoever's in the room there with you, take out your cell phone, make a video of their phone not being allowed to work as you try to call me, and you don't know when else your phone won't be allowed to work. Then turn around, let them make the video of your hijacked lifeline, your family's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics. Now, that's my address, 4260 Eagle Rock Boulevard, Apartment 409, Los Angeles, California, 90065. And this is my Tommy parable series. I'll show you the fives when I go over to do my blood sugar check. Post and repost those fives. I got my contact info on it. Make that video of America's Hijack Lifelines, post it, and post and repost those fives, as well as what you might find a nice short 93 check video I've made, or make one yourself. Try to call this man, make a video. They are worried enough about hijacking America's Lifelines to alter phone records to cover it up, but we have video proof. We got the timestamp on their phones. We got the number dialed. Now back to my Tommy parable. Tommy is, I'm the son of a carpenter, married, dad a carpenter, worked on skyscrapers. Mom Mary Ann, I am the son of a carpenter, I get to tell parables. Tommy lost both of his arms in a wood chipper incident. A brown-nosing incident. His boss, Blue, told him to stick his right arm into a wood chipper. Tommy's always been blindly obedient. He's Chinese. He slowly fed that right arm into the wood chipper lefty, the left arm. Saw what was going on with the right arm, righty. Didn't want it to happen to him, so he jumped off. That's a wise thing to do. That's a smart thing to do, because we all know not to stick our arms into wood chippers. But, yeah, you see something bad happen to somebody who's just like you, they are the right arm to you being the left arm, jump off. Don't let it happen to you. Now, Tommy, however, the Oriental streets are backwards, so he got a promotion for sticking that arm in the wood chipper. He's bossing a whole lot of folks around. This is occurring on his day off. He also won his girlfriend's heart, Rhea. Met her at the snake pit. He's always been scaly. He's always talked with a harsh lisp. He likes to stick his tongue out a lot. I did tell you he was Chinese. Now that he's missing both arms, he does a very mean snake dance. And he snaked his way in between Rhea and whoever she was dancing with at the snake pit. Go figure, it's a popular dance club somewhere here in LA. Don't know if it's a nickname or just or the actual name, but ask around, they'll tell you where to go to the snake pit. He snaked his way in between Rhea and whoever she was dancing with. He's been there ever since. And unbeknownst to him, they're married. Yeah, she told him it was a church barbecue, and she put earbuds in, excuse me, and put some nice dark sunglasses with the Three Stooges on the inside, little screens. And he's listening to the Three Stooges, and every once in a while she'd have to elbow him because it may be a barbecue, but we're at church. And she told him, "You enjoy the Three Stooges, and when we get to the front of the line, I'll hold on to your arm and all that, and then when I pinch your back, the hand goes up underneath the coat there, and she pinches his back. He is to say, 'I do.' Because they are asking, 'Do you want an extra large helping of cat?' And so Tommy always wants an extra large helping of cat. He's Chinese. Oh, ask them. If they're honest, they'll tell you. If not, the Orientals like the cats and the dogs. No, not as pets. As dinner. And this is what gets Tommy in trouble in this episode, this parable of the Tommy Parable series. He's out hunting cat on his day off. And, the fives. They're around here somewhere. See, I haven't gotten any comments about Jesus' questions either. Is Bill Gates a traitor to his country? And is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? I know he's got a name like one, but we don't go by names here in America. You have to ask and answer that question with a video of your hijack call to me. 424-229-4140. Ask and answer Jesus' question, is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? It doesn't matter who's hijacking your call to me, and it won't matter because your political party is wrong, you're in the wrong church, you go to the wrong business, you work at the wrong business. It won't matter why your phone's not working. And it doesn't matter if it's a guy in a dirty bed sheet or this clean-shaven one that went to Harvard. Who is hijacking your call? It doesn't matter. All you know is your phone's not working. It's going to be just as newsworthy as me asking for a 93 check for a decade and not getting one. So ask and answer Jesus' question with that video of your family's hijack lifeline once again. They're worried enough about that to all the phone workers covered up. But you got video proof, you got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed. YouTube.com/DNFD series. I think it's one of these, yeah. It's where you can find the fives, these websites, follow the links, and these are in their own folders. I've got 24,000 examples of my work, but these files are in their own folders and graphic art photos. That's what they are. Print them out like you print out your family's photos and tell everyone. Hand them a big five and tell them, check your post and five. Make a video of your hijack call to Melton. And post and repost these five. You can download them. Make your own 93 check video, whatever. But, ask and answer Jesus' question, is Barack Hussein Obama a terrorist? I've got my answer. I've been asking for a decade. For that first 93 check, I have yet to get one. See that phone you're making the video of? As every child in America's lifeline to the firemen, police, and paramedics. All soldiers of the military bases phone. All policemen of the police stations phones all across America. All firemen of the fire stations phones all across America. Make that video, post that video. Oh, the other phone number is my California Lifeline phone. It's a free phone because my livelihood is gauged. And I'm poor. Yeah, that's what the other phone is. I made a video of that. I've only had it a couple of years. It's a California Lifeline phone, but it takes a photo. It makes a video. It's a free phone they gave me because I'm poor. Because I'm disabled too, I guess. Make that video of your hijack call to 424-229-4140. That's the number I pay money for each month. And not one 93 check call in a decade of asking. I've had the California Lifeline phone a couple of years, or just about a couple of years. In case you see some old numbers, 0911, that's the number I lost when I ended up in the hospital and in the wheelchair in 2014. It ends with 0911, my new number I had got when I finally was able to roll up from the convalescent hospital from hell. Finally able to roll up and get a new phone, a new number. I couldn't get my old number back. That's why before 2014 it's 0911 at the end, and after it's 4140. Not one in a decade of asking, not one 93 check. Some of you out there can get those phone records, do that. Make that video of whatever you get when you don't get me. 424-229-4140. And yeah, all firemen, all policemen. When you can't reach me, you have no idea how many in your cities, your neighborhoods can't reach you or can't reach you in a timely fashion. Sometimes seconds count. If they're checking your political party or whether or not you got a Hussein in your name. Seconds can count, so try to call me from the military bases phones all across America, from the police stations all across America. Oh, military bases beyond America as well, huh? And the fire stations. Make that video, post that video, whatever you get when you don't get me. It may be boring, a phone ringing, an error message, busy signal. May be boring if you get to leave a message, but I don't get it, so I can't get back to you. May be boring, but it's not going to be boring if you need a fireman, police, paramedics, and you're getting that. And once again, I bet you can guess it's going to be just as newsworthy. So make that video. See, that phone is every child in America's lifeline to the firemen, police, paramedics. Make the video, post the video. Enough of the serious stuff. Back to Tommy. He's out on the hunt for the cat. And yes, he's missing both arms. He's in an alleyway. He sees one. He races after it. I'm already up to 13 minutes, so I better hurry. Races after that cat, and it jumps in the dumpster. And Tommy, not wanting to let a good meal get away, he jumps up into the dumpster. Please, if you like cats, and it's a cartoon, and no one's called me up yet, no one sent me a letter telling me they don't like the cat stuff. Yeah, I know. Some folks think it's mean to eat cows. But anyway, Tommy jumps into the dumpster and he grabs that cat. He's got it by the tail, only way he can, with his mouth. And he hears this loud noise. It's the dumpster folks pulling up to dump the dumpster. Pulls it up and lifts Tommy up and dumps most of the garbage out. And Tommy, he's not going to let go of that cat, but he's got a very dexterous feet. He's holding on so he doesn't get thrown into the back of the truck. And that's when Tony yells at Tim, the driver, "Hey, stop! Stop!" And Tim says, "Why do you want me to stop?" He turns the truck off, and Tony says, "There's an Oriental man up in the dumpster eating a cat." Tail first. So they let it, they let the dumpster back down. They help Tommy out, and he's not giving up on that cat. He's got a firm hold on it, and it's scratching away. And once again, guys, cartoon. Tommy doesn't like getting scratched, and he knows how to fix the problem. He throws the cat against the dumpster. And Tony, he says, "Hey, you can't do that. That's mean." And Tommy said, "Well, he's scratching my belly." He's holding the cat and it's scratching up his belly. And Tim runs, gets a sack, and they put the cat in the sack, and it's still jumping around, but they give it. Tommy grabs the sack with his mouth, and it's not scratching him up as bad, through the sack. And they take him home to Rhea, and Rhea's at the door as Tim and Tony, take Tommy up to the door, and they're still not sure what to make of Tommy, so they say, do you know this man? And she says, "Oh yeah, that's my husband." And he doesn't know yet. And Tommy says, "No, I'm not." And it's kind of muffled because he's got the cat in his mouth, or the sack in his mouth. And Rhea says he brought home the cat for dinner. And she can tell by the look on Tony and Tim's face that they're surprised, aghast. A lot of folks are at the Oriental's eating cat. And she says, "Oh yeah, it's well past his dinner time. That cat should have eaten long ago." And she takes the cat and kind of throws it in the bedroom, and it doesn't like her. Of course, it can't see her, it's in the sack. But she throws the cat in there and closes the door, and she thanks Tim and Tony, and they've got dinner for tonight. Tim and Tony get back in the garbage truck and drive off, and so ends my episode. Rhea's got a new recipe from a grandpa in Alabama. He does all those exotic southern delicacies: badger, otter, porcupine. And it turns out the recipes for beaver work particularly well for cat. So he sends her any recipes he got, and she's going to try out a new one. 194. So Tommy, he brought dinner home. He gets to go watch the Three Stooges, and Rhea prepares the cat for dinner. Puts a nice little bib on it, and Tim and Tony will have a nice story to tell about the Asian man eating the cat with no arms in their dumpster. Now let me show you the eyes slowly but surely changing, and I didn't do it well, I don't think. Not as good as I would have liked to, but there's a reason you don't see good photos of my eyes, and that's because the same high-tech toys at play, often altering videos, altering imagery, and keeping your phone from reaching me. There's something you can document of what I call toys, little toys, high-tech toys. I have a lot of colorful euphemisms for them. Think of everything I say as attention-getting from this side of the video, and on this side of the video, you make that video if you hijack a call to me. You got the timestamp on your phone, you got the number dialed, and you don't know when else that phone won't be allowed to work. So make a video of it being hijacked, and it doesn't matter, if it's some guy who went to Harvard or he's in a dirty bed sheet. Whatever's hijacking your lifeline, it ought to be immediate news, so that tells us something else is really seriously wrong. We need a whole new batch of reporters. Call me up in front of network news anchors, local news anchors, any and all in the public eye. Get their reaction to your phone not working, not knowing when else it won't be allowed to work. Post. Now back to last night. So this is the eye from about March of 2013. That pretty much looks the way it looked before both of my eyes started changing in 1996. Mostly brown, and I could see a little bit of change immediately when the eyes started changing. My vision improved much so. To be able to roll around or walk around, what little I can walk around without my glasses yeah, I couldn't do that at all. I'd literally be Mr. Magoo without the glasses. So I noticed a change in 96 when they started changing up. I'm up to 21 minutes of error. But they pretty much look like this up until 2013. This is a year later, 2014, I believe, when the smaller brown circle slowly disappeared. Smaller brown part right here. Never had that whitest part in it. I could, take a photo and it would be hazy because all of my photos of my eyes, 99% of them, let's put it that way, you can't, it's hazed over, it's out of focus. It's those who are hijacking a call to me, worried about you coming to see me in person and seeing for yourself what the eyes look like, especially when I shine a flashlight in them and you can see the change. Because, what, a foot away from me, they still pretty much look brown. This is the eye from years ago, 2013, early 2014, ended up in the hospital and in the wheelchair I'm in, May of 2014. But you can see the genetic carpentry at work. Smaller, browner circles slowly disappearing, bigger, bluer circles growing in through and around. Remember, tell that joke you got perfectly just once. You never have to tell it again. Also goes for the serious stuff, what you believe in. Tell it perfectly just once, get it on video. You never have to tell it again, unless of course you want to improve it. You got it on YouTube, you got it on your phone, you got it on your computer. Now let's see. Yeah, it's a little browner, I think, than it was yesterday. Well, maybe it's kind of hazy. But the videos look much better than the photos, and the photos will be hazed over. I mean, completely. Let's see if I got, I had them for this morning and last night. Oh, there it is. Opportunity stolen. Try to call me. Whatever boring thing you get when you don't get me is not going to be boring. If you need to fireman, police, paramedics, money out of your pocket every day. When you're calling up countless other customers, you can get the boring thing. Phone ring, never miss a business signal. So make a video of your gate's livelihood. Your Spectrum livelihood, that's them next door. Often, as I put it with pot people, Mormons, I seem to notice the gosh darn in the heck folks from the parking lot down there, 4 stories down. I seem to notice them a lot with that beeping in the middle of what a good video might be. A funny video. This is isn't my best work. Yeah, this an eye right there, that's a good example. You can barely see. If you got a good camera and you can come take a good photo of my eye, do that. Look out for the folks who are going to meet you as you're on the way and mislead you as you're on the way. Here's another good photo of me unable to get a good photo of my eyes and having to, I just threw a whole bunch of cards. Having to, I'll get them later. Having to use that for my imagery. All right, enough. It's 25 minutes. Check out my imagery. These are Word docs. You're not going to find them with, ask around. Somebody's probably got the 8x10s, the photos for you to print out if you like a particular image. But I'm one man working alone, so I have to work with photos that aren't the best of my changing eyes. Oh, tear down that great wall of evil, come see me, and put yourself right here. When you see someone besides me and the flowers and L.A., we started building Jesus' Immaculate House. Build Jesus' Immaculate House with these rebuilding eyes. And yeah, you don't have to call it Jesus' Immaculate House because, yeah, it's an opportunity house for the world. Folks from all kinds of backgrounds, ways of life, that kind of thing, to build a better world. But I have to tell you, it's Jesus' Immaculate House because there will be a test at the end. It's pass, fail, or purgatory.